So I am currently sitting in the lobby of the hotel that I've been temporarily at for transition while waiting for provision. And I just want to come on here and speak about some things, how people that's looking from the outside, looking in, really don't know like what's really going on. You only speaking from one side of the fence, but until you actually in it, you couldn't possibly understand what's going on behind the scenes. You really don't understand at all whatsoever, especially when you solely and fully dependent on God and by faith and trusting him on a daily basis. You couldn't possibly understand because you only speaking from one side. You gotta really be in it to know what you're talking about, to actually understand what it's really like on a daily basis to walk by faith and walk by sight. Many people that are Christians or whoever believe that they are walking by faith, but this is a real journey, and walking by faith is not going to make sense. Like, you can see stuff with your natural eyes, but truthfully, it's like God is holding his hands over your eyes, and it's like blind faith. It's blind faith. Like, he's leading you, and you just have to trust him and trust the process. That's the difference. I don't think many people know what walking by faith is. Like, you just speaking just to be speaking. You don't even know what you're talking about. You don't know nothing about nothing possibly until you actually in it and actually can understand what it's really like to walk by faith and not by sight. Literally, you have to put your pride aside. You have to humble yourself and do things that is uncomfortable, such as getting on a platform and asking for help. In the Bible verse, it speaks about, if you don't ask, you don't receive. So out of obedience, it doesn't make sense to other people that's looking from the outside looking in. It look crazy. It look like you're begging, but that's not the case because, see, this is a journey. It's a faith journey. This ain't no begging. This ain't that. It look like it, but that's because of your carnal mind. Your carnal mind makes you believe that it is begging, but no, it's obedience. It's putting your pride to the side. It's letting go of control. Stop trying to be in control. You got to know the difference between stuff. People always speaking so quickly and don't know what they're talking about. Learn how to let go of control. That's your problem. You want to try to hold on to stuff and think you so in control of stuff, and you're not. This journey is about letting go of control and letting God lead you into the plans and the things, into the people he has aligned in your life and what's destined for you. Know the difference before you open your mouth and speak on things and people you don't know what you're talking about. Because once again, you know nothing about nothing. And I don't know who this is for. We have to be obedient. The ones that's really on this journey and walking it out all the way, despite the crying, despite the uncomfortability, despite like what's going on, we walking it out fully. We're not just doing the talking. We're not just talking. We actually acting. We acting it out by faith. We're trusting God and trusting the process. That's the difference. It's a big total difference.
Oh my. Yes, we do the little minis.
A lot of people do a lot of talking, but once again, it ain't no action. You really not about it. You're not doing what you speaking about. That go for a lot of Christians. You think you walking the truth, but you walking in a lie. You walking in the hands of the enemy. You being deceived. That's what's going on. So like I said, a lot of people speak from one side of the fence. You looking in, but you really couldn't possibly understand what's going on behind the scenes and what somebody is enduring until you actually in it. You have one perspective. You have like a one track mindset. And you got to think about it. Our mind, it only can go so far, especially when it's like, it's limited. God said that His thoughts are higher than our thoughts, and our ways are higher. And our ways are not His ways. It's a difference. So, like I said, people really need to humble themselves and stop trying to speak so quickly about people's journeys and what they got going on when you know nothing about nothing. Until you get in it, until you walking by faith and solely, fully dependent on God, be quiet. Be quiet. Be quiet. Continue to watch. Continue to monitor. Because I know it's a lot of monitoring spirits that's sitting in the back watching and looking to see what God is going to do in somebody's life. But just know He's working behind the scenes and He's going to move on my behalf and many others who are actually walking His walk and not just talking about it. Know the difference. Know the difference. So, be mindful when you're speaking about others. Stop putting your mouth on people and people's journey. Once you get enough courage and confidence to walk by faith and not by sight, then you can speak about something. Because you really only speaking from one side of the fence. Okay? So know that. And leave a comment down below. Please stay encouraged for those who are walking on this walk. We all know that it's not easy, but this is a journey where it's about building a strong foundation in God and a personal relationship with Him, so that whatever that is ahead that is for us, we won't be shaken, we won't be moved, the foundation won't fold, things won't crumble so easily. Because why? We went through the fire, we went through the process.
So it's typically $1 per brownie.
We locked in.
I know we're working deals with the hotels and stuff.
Such as somebody that's trying to skip the process, trying to do it on their own, trying to force things. You're gonna fold every time, and the foundation ain't gonna be strong. It's gonna crumble. And that's the difference. That's the difference. So know that. So please stay encouraged for those who are walking this walk and not just talking about it. They're actually in it, and they trust in God and trust in the process. God bless you.